Hey everybody, in the previous video we understood what is dictionary. Now it's time to solve the questions based on it. Before that, let's try to understand the format of the questions we will be getting. The most common format is the question in which you need to predict the output. Even there are high chances of getting the questions based on the functions and methods associated with dictionary. Not only MCQs, but you may also get theory question. And there is one more format, that is nothing but assertion and reasoning. Don't worry, you will get to know everything when we will solve it. Then without further delay, let's get started. Which statement will not raise an exception? Here is the first dictionary and we have the second dictionary. There are 4 options in which we are applying some operators on both the dictionaries. In the first option, we can see we have less than equals to operator. From 6 different relational operator, we can only use not equal to relational operator as well as equal to relational operator on dictionary. Other than that, we cannot use any relational operator on the dictionary. That's why this statement will raise an exception. Moving ahead to the second option, D1 plus D2. This statement also will raise an exception because we cannot use this concatenation operator on dictionary. We can use in case of list, tuple or string, but in case of dictionary it doesn't work. Moving ahead to the next statement, as we discussed, we can use this relational operator not equal to as well as equal to. That's why this will not raise an exception. It means this statement is correct. Here is the correct choice. But let's check out the last one too. Here we are applying membership operator on both the dictionary. This also will raise an exception. This is because we cannot check 2 dictionaries using in operator. We can check the existence of key in dictionary, then it will be correct. Dictionary is different from other data types, so make sure you are clear with all the concepts of dictionary. In this way, we got the correct choice, that is nothing but C. Here is the question number 3. We need to predict the output of the following code. Here is one dictionary and we are applying pop item on the dictionary D. The result of this method we are storing in a variable D2 and that we are printing. Hope you know the usage of pop item method. We already know the pop method which deletes the item from the dictionary, but here we need to mention key. When we apply pop method on the list, it deletes the last item, but in case of dictionary, the key we need to mention. That particular key value pair will get deleted. That's why we have another arrangement, that is nothing but pop item. It will delete the last element from the dictionary and it returns that last element. That's why we could get last element in the variable D2. It is nothing but 5, 6. That's why the correct option is B. In the same paper, we have one more question based on dictionary. Let's check out. Here is question number 6. There are 2 dictionaries. First is dictionary fruit and the second one is dictionary vegetable. Let's read further. Which statement will merge the content of both the dictionaries? We know in case of dictionary, we use update method to merge the dictionary. Look at the options. We have the correct choice in the option A. Don't forget to go through other options too. In B, we are using plus. It is not allowed in case of dictionary. We don't have add method also and there is no method like merge. That's why the correct choice is nothing but A. Followed by 6th question, we have one more question based on dictionary, that is nothing but 7th, in which we need to predict the output of the following code. Read the code carefully and if you can do it yourself, pause the video and give it a try. Hope you got the correct output. Let's work out together. Here is the dry run table. Let's understand this code in short. Here is one dictionary with some elements. This is an empty string. Using for loop, we are iterating over the dictionary. By default, we iterate over key. So I will hold the keys. Let's come inside the for loop. With the dictionary and key, we will be getting the values for that particular key. Look at the values. They are of integer type. That's why using string function, we are converting it to string. And that value will get concatenated with the previous value of the string, which is initially empty. Even we are concatenating empty string at the end. With the next statement, we are creating a new string by removing the last character of the st1 string. And in the final print statement, what we are doing? We are reversing the st2 string. Alright then, let's check out the values in the individual pass. In the pass 1, the key will be A. So D1 of A is nothing but 10. It will get concatenated with the empty string followed by that empty string again. Finally, we will get this string 10. And in ST2, we are removing the last character of the ST1. So after removing the last character, we are getting 1. Let's move ahead to the second pass. Now the value of I will be the second key, that is nothing but B. The corresponding value is 2, which will get concatenated to the previous string. Previous string is 10. Now the string will get updated as 102. Again, removing the last character of the string, we will be getting 10. In the same way, we will be proceeding to the third pass. Now the key will be C. Look at the corresponding value of that key. It is nothing but 3. Previous string is 102. So the final string will be 1023. Again, let's remove the last character. ST2 will be 102. In this way, loop got over because we have only 3 elements in the dictionary. Using slicing, we are trying to reverse this string. It means we will get 201. So this is the final output of this code, 201. Hope you got this explanation and you also got the same output. Let's scroll down and check whether we have some more questions based on dictionary. Alright, we got one more question. It is a theory question. We need to tell the difference between setDefault and the update function with the help of example. Hope you are familiar with both the methods. If not, let's check out the answer. In this way, you can write the answer. First, you will write the working of the method followed by one example. SetDefault method inserts new key value pair if it doesn't exist in the dictionary. But what if already key exists, then it will do nothing. What this function returns, if key already present in the dictionary, it will return the existing value of that key. Otherwise, it inserts the key with the value and returns it. Let's try to understand the working of it with one example. Look at one dictionary. You can give any example of your choice. Using setDefault method, we are trying to insert one key value pair. But look at the dictionary. Already key exists. If key exists, it returns the existing value of that key. Existing value of that key is nothing but 15. But what if the key doesn't exist? Then this key value pair will get added to the dictionary and the value will get printed. So when we will print the dictionary, look at the dictionary. This key value pair got inserted in the dictionary. But for this key value pair, already key exists. That's why there is no change in the dictionary. So that was about setDefault. It will add the key value pair if key doesn't exist in the dictionary. Then what about update method? It merges two dictionaries. Look at the simple example. This is dictionary 1 and here is dictionary 2. Dictionary 2 will get merged with the dictionary 1 and the changes will happen in the dictionary 1. Note down this important point. If already key exists in the original dictionary, value will get overwritten. Look at the output. When we will print the dictionary, name is as it is, but age is nothing but 20. And here is the third element. Wow, in this sample paper, there are lot of questions based on dictionary. Look at this 23rd question. This is also based on dictionary. Let's read it. There is one dictionary. We need to tell what will be the output of the following Python statement. First is list of my dictionary. When we pass dictionary to the list, it gives a list of keys. It means it will contain only list of keys. So this is the first key, here is the second key and here is the third one. So this will be the output of this list of my dictionary. Now look at the second statement. We know with this separator we join the elements of the iterable. But by default dictionary iterate over keys. It means keys will get joined with this separator star and it returns the result in the form of string. So this is the first key, then we will have star. After that here is the second key followed by star and here is the third key. So this will be the output of the second statement. Star will get joined with the keys of the dictionary and it will be in the form of string. So we got one question. It is the 7th question. Let's read it. There is one dictionary. We need to tell which statement will raise an exception. Look at the first option. We are using get method and here is the name of the key. Get method returns the value for the corresponding key if key exists. And look at the dictionary. Orange key exists. That's why this statement will not raise an exception. This is a correct statement. Moving ahead to the next one. When we want to access value for the corresponding key, we need to write the name of the dictionary and inside the square bracket we mention key. But look at the key here. This is not a key in the dictionary. This apple and banana are two separate keys. It's not a single key. We cannot mention two separate keys like this. So actually this statement will raise an exception. It means B is the correct choice for this question. But let's check the remaining options. In the option C, we are trying to update the value of the key apple. Apple exists in the dictionary, 20 will get updated. So this is the correct statement. It will not raise an exception. What about the last statement? We are passing dictionary to the string function. It means we are converting the dictionary to string. This is also a valid statement. It will not raise an exception. So out of these 4 options, B will raise an exception. We need to write a single key, not like this. Let's proceed in the same sample paper and check out for more questions on dictionary. Here is a question number 31. Here we need to predict the output of the following code. Read the code carefully and if you can try it yourself, pause the video. Alright, let's try to understand the code in short. Here is one dictionary and there is one empty string. Using for loop, we are iterating over the dictionary. By default, we iterate over key. So it will take the keys. With D of key, we are trying to access the values for the particular key. And look at the code. They are of integer data type. That's why using str function, we are converting it to string and concatenating @ symbol as well as \n. Hope you know what is \n. It's an escape sequence character which represent a new line character. Alright, outside the loop, we are removing the last character of the string and printing it. Similar type of question we have already discussed, but note here this statement is outside of the loop. Hope you understood the code. Now let's work out with the dry run table. Alright, in the past one the key will be apple and its corresponding value is nothing but 15. So 15 will get concatenated with the @ symbol and using new line character we will come in the next line. So here is the output of the first pass. In the second pass, the key will be banana. The corresponding value of the key is 7. Already the string is 15 @ symbol and we have moved to the new line. Now we will get 7 @. Again using \n we will move to the next line. Here is the pass 3. The key is cherry. Look at the corresponding value. It's 9. We are already in the new line. That's why we will get 9 @ symbol and using \n we move to the new line. So these are the values of the third pass. Loop got over. Now look at this statement. We are removing the last character of the string. What is the last character? This new line character. This will get removed. It means what will be string 2 now? When we will print it, we will get 15 @, 7 @, 9 @. Because this last character means new line character got removed using that slicing concept. So here is the output of this program. Hope you understood this explanation too. Alright, we are in the VS Code with the same program. Let me execute and show you the output. Here is the output of this program. There are lot of questions from the previous year sample papers as well as from the board papers are covered in this video. So make sure you will go through this video and check out all these questions. Then all the concept related to dictionary will get cleared. In case of any doubt, let me know in the comments. Let's move ahead to the next 1 mark question which has been asked in the sample question paper 23-24. It is based on dictionary. We need to tell which of the following will delete key value pair for the key equals to read from the dictionary name D1. There is no method and function related to dictionary like this. So ultimately the option B is the correct option. Del statement will delete the key value pair with the specified key. Proceeding to the next question, we need to tell which statements will give an error. Here is the dictionary. This is the first key value pair, this is second, and in the third key value pair we have key as string and there is a list as values. Look at the fourth key value pair. There is a string as key and a tuple as values. Now let's consider the first statement. We are printing dictionary. This is perfectly fine. Look at the statement 2. We are trying to update the value of badminton to cricket. As it is a list, we can update the value of the list. So this statement is also perfectly fine. Look at the statement 3. We are trying to update the value of 77 to 50. Here the values are in the form of tuple and tuple is immutable data type. We cannot update the value of the tuple. That's why it is clear that statement 3 will result in an error. Finally, we are at the statement 4. Here we are trying to update the value 52 to 50. And this statement will also work. Ultimately, our correct answer is statement 3, which is in the option C. Let's check out. We need to write the Python statement using some building functions. The first task is to delete an element Mumbai 50 from dictionary D. So to delete from the dictionary we have two options. First is del statement and the second is pop method. Whichever you feel easy, you can go ahead with it. But format you should know. Del is a statement where we will write the key along with the dictionary name. And pop is a method. Here is the syntax for your convenience. To display words in a string S in the form of list. This is little tricky question. Actually we are using split function on the string. Look at this example. Here is a string S with some data. When we will apply the split function on the string, we will get list of the words of the string. So ultimately we got the list of the words of the string by using split function. Look at the OR part of this. We need to print the alternate character of the string. Here is the string and to print alternate character we will be using slicing. The question says that we have to write a Python program. So first of all we should initialize the string. So the name of the string is mystr and the content is computer science. In the next statement we will be using print function and applying slicing on that. The name of the string is mystr. Let's apply the slicing. Here we are considering the whole string. So we can skip the starting part. We can skip the ending part. Alternate character we are going to print, so the step will be 2. So here is the Python program for the OR part. There is one string with the value lost. There is a list also with 4 elements and empty dictionary. Look at the for loop. For loop will execute for the value of I. The value of I will be in range length of S. The length of S means total number of characters in a string, that are 4. So the value of I will be from 0 to 3. Inside the loop there is one if else. If I modulus 2 equals to 0 means if I is even we will be having this expression, and when I is odd we will have another expression. So let's evaluate it. In the pass one the value of I will be 0. It is a even number. Look at the expression. With L.pop we are going to remove the last element of the list. In the pass one the last element will get popped as 4. So D of 4. On the right hand side we have S of I. The value of I is 0 in the pass one. That means S of 0. S of 0 means the character which is at the index 0 means L. Ultimately we got this expression D of 4 equals to L. We are adding all this data in the dictionary. So first key value pair is 4 and L. In the same way we need to proceed for the rest of the pass. In the second pass the value of I will be 1 and it is a odd number, so the control will come to the else part. There is one more pop function applied to the list. We know already 4 got pop, now is chance of 33. So D of 33, and on the right hand side we have I plus 3. The value of I is 1. 1 plus 3 means 4. So ultimately we got this statement, D of 33 equals to 4. So the key is 33 and the value is 4. Now the remaining two parts you will understand easily. Next time the value of I will be 2 and it is a even number. So it will come to the true part. Now 21 will got popped. That's why we got D of 21. The value of I is 2. So S of 2 means we will be getting the character S from the string. That's why we got this expression. D of 21 equals to S. So 21 is the key and S is the value. In the last pass the value of I will be 3. It is a odd number. It will come to the else part. With the pop function now 10 will get removed. So we got D of 10. I plus 3 will get evaluated to 6 because the value of I is 3. 3 plus 3 will be 6. So the last key value pair is 10 and 6. In this way the first for loop got executed. Look at the next for loop. For key value in D dot items, we are iterating over key value. We are printing it and the key value pair is getting separated with star. This is the first key value pair 4 and L. In between we are applying star. This is the second key value pair. This is the third key value pair and finally this is the fourth key value pair. So here is the output. Hope you understood this explanation. Try it yourself. Alright, with that the revision of class 11 topics got over. Now we know all 4 data types of Python, that is string, list, tuple and dictionary. Now I am confident that you can solve any question based on it. From the next video we are going to start the class 12 portion, that is nothing but functions. If you find these videos helpful, don't forget to share it with your friends. Until next time, stay curious, keep practicing. I will see you in the next one.